Let's go, baby. It's the Grizzlies. It's the NBA. We got our hats on. We're repping. Look, I got my Grizzlies hat on, baby. Let's go.
Whoa! To the post-game bounce.
Let's
with
go.
your host, Kenny. I don't laugh anymore, Stubblefield.
Yeah, I'm good.
He hates comedians.
I hate everything. Apparently, I hate everything. Listen, you can't put me on a camera and me not say dumb stuff. Like, this is what I do. Like, I open up way too much. I have a, yeah.
Joe
Man,
Rogan
what?
is so mad at you.
Oh, Joe Rogan can kiss my whole butt.
Kick rocks?
He can kick rocks, bro. Hey, listen. We got a daggum Grizzlies win tonight, man. 107-98. Welcome home to the Grizzlies. Or as Drew Gann likes to say, home sweet ho tonight. It was a home sweet ho kind of game today. They came back home and play after a 5-game or 4-game road trip. And you could just see it, man. Like the young guys, especially, they needed to sleep in their own beds. They needed to get some home cooking. They needed to be back in the FedEx Forum. And man, what a game for the young guns tonight, right?
I got to say, I've never put much stock into, like, personally, never really put much stock to a team being old. Like, you know, because especially come playoffs, like, you know, it's generally those older teams, those savvy veterans that pull out wins. But
hold on, real quick. Did you say saggy or savvy?
Savvy.
Oh.
Saggy. Yeah, so I never really put much stock into that, but I have to admit that third quarter, that Clippers team,
yeah, they were washed, bro.
Like, Zubac looked so tired in the post against Edey. He just gave up.
Yeah,
he just gave up. And then Harden, like, I was really like, oh, I wonder if like Kawhi is going to be hitting shots, because that last Clippers game we played him, he really gave us like his best shot. You know, he really did.
Yeah.
So I was worried about him. I was worried about Kawhi and Harden, but man, in that fourth, they just it really did feel like our young guns put on a show for us.
Yeah, no, it was it was really good to see the Grizzlies back in Memphis. It was really good to hear the home crowd cheering for them. There were a few moments in the game listen, bro, the LA Clippers versus the Memphis Grizzlies, the hatred that runs deep there, the rivalry that is just so many playoff series against the hated the LA Clippers. We just hate that franchise. And, you know, there were moments in this game where there was some heat in there, right?
Yeah. Look, the Clippers could have really used like a savvy veteran point guard to help.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ty.
Sorry. I got a lot of questions.
Such a good coach, but, you know, can't sit down and talk to like his player. Can't sort this out.
I gotta understand, like, before we get to the actual breaking down the game, what is your hatred? You don't understand why I don't like the 80s. Why do you hate Ty Lue so much?
He's the biggest pretender. The biggest pretender.
What?
He's the biggest undercutting snake. Like, What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? He's a terrible coach. He gets way too much. He's not Doc Rivers bad, but he's not far off it either.
Wow. We were on the $2 show, or was it $2 show, or was it Anthony's show? I can't remember which one we were on, but it was $2. Yeah. And I was like, this guy, he doesn't get exercised by much, but you were getting off on Ty Lue, just going nuts on him.
The way him and LeBron undercut David Blatt in Cleveland, like I watched all, like, Blatt had a winning record. Yeah. Like, all that came down to was LeBron needed a guy. You know what? We shouldn't talk about LeBron and Cleveland, but just know that, you know, all snakes come to light. You know, they all come out of the grass eventually.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey, shout out to everybody in the comment section. Please feel free. We're gonna do a lot of tossing to y'all tonight. If you want to ask Wayno questions, hashtag Ask an Aussie. You can just tonight. This is your show. Have a good time, but we have got to let's run through some of the box score real quick and just talk some of this. We had obviously Cedric Coward, led by Cedric Coward, 23 points. Jalen Wells with 17 points, and Cam Spencer with 17 points. In the year of our Lord, 2025, did you ever think that we would have a game where we were led by Cedric Coward, Jalen Wells, and Cam Spencer?
No. No. Man. Like, Ced had 7 boards in the first quarter.
Yeah.
7 boards in the first quarter. I was like, isn't Edey supposed to be our greedy Edey? What happened to greedy Edey? He's supposed to be eating the rebounds. I mean, he come up with a nice little 9 there tonight, but Coward, man, like, I'm so happy for that kid because he's struggled recently, even though, like, I still feel like in the games he's struggled, he's made, like, good decisions and winning plays. Nice to see the shot drop a bit for him tonight.
Yes.
Still not great from behind the 3-point mark, but what I love about Ced is his mid-range. I've said it 100 times. I know everyone throws the Kawhi Leonard comparisons out there, but I think he's more Joe Johnson than Kawhi. He's so silky smooth with his jumper.
Ooh,
it's really good to see him not get his head down and fall in love with the 3-ball and just to attack the rim, make the right plays, make the right passes. I mean, all our young guns tonight were just fantastic. And can we say any more about how much we love Cam?
Dude, I just think about this. Edward asks, ask an Aussie. Did Kleiman cook with these past 2 drafts? Think about who he got in these past 2 drafts. Cam Spencer, Cedric Coward, Jalen Wells, Zach Edey.
Look, fans, we're just hungry for wins. We're hungry to get back in the playoffs and not play-ins, So I understand where all the frustration's coming from, but it's my biggest, my biggest pause with like the whole fire ZK chance. It's like, if we are rebuilding, he's exactly the guy I want. Like, the guy hits on these second rounders more times than not. And man, like, we talk about, how Philly, without Embiid have done like this soft little rebuild. I mean, if we had to go in that sort of situation with our team, I mean, Coward, Cam, Edey, and Wells, it's not a bad place to start. And the fact that these guys are like our role guys and, they're cheap as well. Most of them are cheap. So, man, it looks good. It looks good, especially after a win.
Let's go back to Cedric for 1 second, because I completely agree with you. He had kind of gotten into that mode over the last, and Anthony's talked about this on his show numerous times. You got to think at this point in his college life, he was already 3/4 of the way done with his college season at 23 games, right? Like, 23 games is like almost at the end of the college season and college basketball season. And so you got to think that there's probably some kind of a little bit of a rookie wall, especially somebody who hasn't played for as long as he did. He played 6 games his final year in college and then set out. You got to think there's some kind of rookie wall. And when you have a player like Cedric Coward, the way that you saw it happening is out the blocks. He was coming out and he was doing, he was phenomenal, right? But then I think 2 things happened. I think the rookie wall hit a little bit. And then I think, secondly, somebody said this in one of our shows a few days ago. I think he made it onto the other team's pregame. What's the word I'm looking for? Chart.
Well, their scouting report.
Their scouting report. Thank you. Like, I think he absolutely, like, hey, there's certain things you've got to account for what this dude is doing out there. And so what you saw it happen is you saw Cedric become really reliant on getting to the basket all the way at the rim or taking long 3-point shots. And that became the 2 places that he was getting his shots off. Yeah. And when you have dead legs, you're hitting a rookie wall. It's hard to score at the rim. And it's also hard to shoot long range threes because you're just kind of tired, right?
Yeah. I just like his decision making, I think that's even with the unwavering play at times, like his decision making and ability to make good plays when it counts is kind of something like you can't teach.
Yeah.
Like it's sort of like a little bit. I think I've mentioned before when we've done these. It's like I really like guys like Cam, BC, and said guys who have a real nose for the ball. Do you know what I mean? Like those little intangibles. I really hate giving up on players like that because they make a difference. And said, I mean, I was never really worried about said, and no matter how this season turns out, wins and losses, record regardless, I am more than happy to go through the growing pains with said. And I was never worried about, KCP starting over him because my whole opinion was once he gets that starting gig, like good luck getting it off him. And I think that's still the case we've said.
Yes, absolutely. I think what you saw tonight was something that is such an underrated part of basketball that kind of analytics is kind of taken away from the game, and it's starting to slowly come back into it with guys like DeMar DeRozan, guys like, even Cedric Howard, if you will, that ability to one-stop dribble into a mid-range pull-up. And I'm telling you, Cedric has only played 23 games in the NBA, but my God, that shot is so
smooth,
good.
It's like for me, it's just like the first time I saw it, I was like, man, that is so silky smooth. It's so Joe Johnson to me. Like it's so, especially his mid range. His feet are always set, always square with his shoulders. And he just gets it off. And Joe Johnson needs to kill teams with that shot, with that midi. And then if his three balls dropping, like good luck guarding him. And the same thing we said, man. I just see so much there with him.
A starting shooting guard for the Grizzlies scored, 21 points tonight and had 14 rebounds. Bueno.
Plus 5 assists, only 1 turnover.
Bro.
I'll take that every day. Oh, man, I just saw the minutes played. Rusty's going to be so mad.
Rusty will be okay.
He'll live.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Let's go. All right, let's go. I'm so excited about Cedric Howard and what he's going to be for this team moving forward. I legitimately think within the next couple of years, this will be Ced's team. I firmly believe that. I'm just saying that. But man, we got to go to Jalen Wells for a second. Bro, are you not so?
Pause. Careful what you make. What you say, making big calls. Okay, I don't have to say the wanted sign.
Wait, what is that? Edey's most wanted, Uncle Buck.
Yeah. If anyone's seen this guy out there in the internet, let Edey know they're after him. Okay, continue. Let's talk about Wells.
He looks like a daggum cowboy outlaw right now, man. That's crazy. Let's go to Wells, dude. I think one of the most perplexing things for me at the beginning of the year was just, okay, like what are we doing here? Like where did Jalen Wells' game go? And do you know when this resurgence happened for him in the shooting? Is when Cedric got in the starting lineup. Because one of the things that we know is that when Ja's out there, or even whenever any guard is out there, they need a secondary playmaker. And Desmond tried to be that last year. It's not his game. It's more his game than it is Jalen Wells' game at this point. But they tried to turn Jalen Wells into that secondary playmaker, and he struggled in that role, right? But now they added Cedric Howard into that role. He's the secondary playmaker. He's getting shots at the rim. He's assisting the ball. He's making plays and allowing Jalen to go back to where he was last year, which is a 3-and-D, a guy who can, and now we know he can handle the ball better than what he did last year. He's getting his shots off in the lane. He had to guard James Harden and Kawhi Leonard this entire game, and he still shot the ball as well as we've seen him shoot the ball in a long time.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was really intrigued about Wells after the exit from last season, and I was actually really disappointed for Wells because I would have loved for him to get a bit off taste of the playoffs against OKC. Not saying that would swing the series or anything. OKC are defending champs for a reason,
right?
But just that little bit of experience, and I was just wondering how he was going to come out this year. Was it all a little bit of a fluke? So not that I really thought that, but you just want the confirmation as a fan.
Right.
I just more than the shooting, I think I mean, the shooting's great. Don't get me wrong, and he looks much better. But more than the shooting, I really like the activity. Like he's back to playing passing lanes. He's back to, I mean, that fourth quarter, that frustration foul from Harden.
Oh man,
chef's kiss. It was beautiful,
and you can see it in Jalen's face when they did the close up angle. He was baiting him the entire time. He knew that was coming.
I would have loved to be in that crowd when they played that replay because that would have been like, that would have been awesome. But I mean, Wells he's been fantastic.
Hey, this is an underrated point. Shout out to Kendarius Tolliver. This is an underrated point. He's also not getting destroyed on picks.
Well, he's not trying to run through them.
Yeah. Or he's doing, like last year, how many times did he get smoked by picks?
Going to bring him like a stack hat.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what a stack hat is?
I also don't know what a Muggsy Buggler is. What is that? What,
Budgie Smuggler?
Bugsy Smuggler?
Budgie Smuggler.
Budgie Smuggler.
Like a bird, like the budgies, little budgies.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. But like a stack hat, like a helmet, because the way he's running through like these screens is ridiculous. Like all last year he did it, and you're like, oh yeah, rookie. Like, maybe he's just trying to like, show that there's no back down, and he's just going to go straight through him. But you're like, man, this kid's going to end up with a concussion. But man, to your point, like he is not getting destroyed at all. This game was like a great example of that, actually.
Yeah, like one of the things you notice about veteran players that have to guard on-ball guys that get picked a lot is they know how to draw fouls out of the bigs that are setting picks. And Jalen is starting to do that a lot more. Nathan Payson says he's really good at drawing offensive screen fouls. Like he literally gets like 1 or 2 a game at this point.
100%.
It's the truth. It's 100% the truth. I just, there's a level of and King Grizzly said it this way. I love smart basketball players. Dude, the smarts on Jalen and Cedric are pretty wild. Like their intelligence out there, you just see it as such young players, man. It's just such a cool thing to see them be able to adjust. Like not often do you see rookies or second-year guys be able to really just adjust their game on the fly like that. And I love what we saw out of Cedric today with the mid-range, the 18 shots and only 6 of them were threes. That's a fantastic number for him. But then also at the same time, Jalen's ability to stay locked in on both sides of the floor and just be and knock down shots and guard really, really, really well tonight.
And to have the energy, to keep having the energy and the drive after those defensive matchups. A lot of guys in the league can't do that.
Yeah.
They're spent on the other end. So, like, I'm glad he's got some young legs under him, like, I'm glad he's, like these last 3 games, he's been really, really good. Like, he looks back to form. And, I just can't help but think, like, I watched that first half of this game and it was just like, oh, man, I don't know. But I just was just like, there's this big part of me just goes, I just want Jar back out on this floor.
Yes. And he's coming.
I want to see Ty in these rotations.
Yeah.
Like we're probably not as good as we think we are, but we're also not as bad as we think we are either.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super interesting. Like I'm really ready to see Ja back in this lineup. And we talked about it on Anthony's show today. Like how will Ja assimilate back into what, since he's been out, when he left with the injury, things were really bleak. Right, they were coming off that Boston game. They got Zach Edey back. He was in there for 7 minutes together, and it looked awesome. But then he went out with the injury. Things have since then. Things have just only November 17th, maybe the 14th. So this is only a few weeks ago. In the last 2 weeks, the entire outlook of what this Grizzlies team can be and what they've done has changed. They are now 10-13. They are now on a extended winning. They've won a lot more than they've lost lately. They're playing so much better. And so what will Ja come back and look like with them?
Look, we had a big turnaround from that Boston game. We got embarrassed. I think the team took note and they were like, you know what, regardless of what we think of rotations or or the new scheme or whatnot, like you still got to show up like pros. And I thought they did a really good job since then. We had a little bit of a setback in that Spurs. I don't know what it is about the Spurs. They just seem to have our number. It's super annoying.
Yeah.
You think with Wemby out, I mean, everyone was freaking out after that big game. I was actually at work.
Yeah.
But I watched the replay and I was like, it wasn't as bad as I thought.
No, it was not. I thought it was a pretty well played game. The one big difference is in that San Antonio Spurs game is that Harrison Barnes lit everybody up. He played so well in the first 3.5 quarters.
Falcon,
and then
Jesus.
6 minutes left in the game. Who came in for San Antonio was De'Aaron Fox. They got a closer. He closed the game out. The Grizzlies didn't have a closer. Jaren didn't step up. Ja's out. That was the biggest thing. And that's what I think we are seeing with this Grizzlies team is who is going to be the closer for this team moving forward. If Ja's not out there, will it be Jaren? And I think in the last 3 or 4 games, we've seen him struggle for 3.5 quarters like he did even tonight. But then at the end of the game, close pretty well. He did pretty well in the 4th quarter tonight. You disagree?
I'm a bit on the fence.
Okay.
Because there was a stretch there where, like, I mean, I don't really buy in much into, like, this whole struggle with the – I mean, I do. I get what everyone's saying. Like, these rotations, guys not being able to find a rhythm. I get all that. But you can't say, like, that it only highlights our bench players because – what's the difference between the bench players and our starters? The difference is the starters are supposed to be better. So they should be doing the same bloody thing anyway. Do you know what I mean?
I completely agree with you. Like I legitimately think that this whole rotation, the communist offense that Drew likes to talk about, I don't buy it at all. Like at all.
I think they have valid points. Like I do feel like they do have some valid points. And I mean, my whole take is as long as these minutes increase, the deeper we get in the season, I don't really have a problem with it right now. I don't really it's a different take on basketball, I suppose, for a lot of us. A different philosophy than a coach we've had for the past, how long was Jenkins here? 7 years?
7 years.
Yeah, so it's just this is all new to everyone. And 6, oh my God, my kids will be. No, let's not do that. So I'm not buying into that much. And I thought we did have a real good stretch there with Jaren, where I thought, you know what, if Ja is out and they're going to utilize Jaren like this, and he's just going to have these monster efforts in the 4th. What game was it? I was talking to Rusty late one night, and it's going to sound really weird, but I was looking for the post-game interview with Jared, I think after, I want to say maybe a Sacramento game or something like that.
Okay.
I had never seen that guy sweat so much. Yep. He was drenched head to toe. And I was like, you know what? There's a guy who's busting his ass for the team, for the coach, for everyone in Memphis. I've never seen him that, drenched in sweat after a game, not even after playoffs. He's always been... Jaren's a little bit ladastical, a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of
always in cruising mode.
I would say nonchalant. He's nonchalant.
That's
he's
better.
Nonchalant. Yeah.
So up until about maybe 2 games ago, I just feel like he lost his mojo again, and I thought this is a real shame. And I thought we saw a little glimpse of it back tonight, but I mean, I think we should still talk about it because he wasn't great tonight. 28 minutes. Right. I mean, he did finish with 12 points, but I think 6 of those came in that late in the 4th.
And that 6 minutes left in the 4th.
He was cruising on 6 points. 3 fouls. Okay, the fouls are a bit more under control. 3 boards. I'm not going to get into rebounds with anyone.
Yeah.
And 0 from 3 behind the arc. So I don't know if I really believe in the yips. But something's going on. Can he be utilized more?
We're going to discuss this. Here's what we're going to do. Before we get to that.
You pose it.
I'm going to pose this question, and I'm going to throw it out there because I know I had a feeling what the comment section was going to look like tonight, and that it was going to look like Jaren sucks. Jaren's this, Jaren's that. And
that's not too bad, actually.
It's not been bad. I've been really impressed. I think it's because I think it's because Cam said and Jalen were so good tonight. It's like, how do you not rejoice, highlighting what they did. But I want to propose this question to the comment section and to you. We're going to talk about this in a second. All right.
Okay. Come back to it.
How do we get Jaren more shots in the game? I want you to put the TI hat on. I want you, every one of y'all in the comment section, you're all TI right now. You are all Coach Tomas Isolo. How do you get Jaren more shots? Right? It is egregious that our 7 foot unicorn got how many shots tonight? Like 9 shots. Like
see,
9
I'm
shots.
I'm not buying that. We've seen games from Jared earlier. I think the last time we played the Clippers, didn't he nearly have like 20 attempts? But he only hit like bare minimum. So like I feel like he's had the volume, previously. I think it's more about him being aggressive, demanding the ball. This offense I just feel like with this offense, anyone, with a peak could take a shot without getting benched. Jesus, how many random passes did we see from Santi tonight and him not even
dude,
man.
That was the game. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Wayno is going to be back on Santi's ass all after this game. All right.
That was the worst entry pass to Edey I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, but before we get to the rest of this, we got to talk Cam Spencer, bro. We got to talk Cam Spencer. Listen, me and you noticed some things tonight that in the middle of the game, we noticed, this is usually when Vince is playing. But guess who was out there? Your boy, Cam Spencer.
I don't think you can have back-to-back turnovers that led to scores without any sort of repercussion. Do you know what I mean? I know Tomas likes his rotations pretty tight, but I mean, back-to-back, that's nah.
That was egregious. Those 2 back-to-back turnovers were egregious. And in my brain, I didn't say this to you, but in my brain, I was like, I bet we're going to see Vince get benched pretty soon. Like, I think he's probably not going to play much more. He played a little bit in the second half, but it was mainly the Cam Spencer show in the second half.
Do you think it wasn't his night, though?
Say it again.
Do you think maybe it just wasn't his night? His stat line looks pretty bad. 3 points, 1 from 4 from 3, 1 board, 4 assists, pretty low for him, and 3 turnovers. So, yeah. So Vince is who Vince. Like there are moments, and me and Anthony have had to retract a little bit on Vince. Like, hey, we thought this guy could be the secondary playmaker in the starting lineup when Ja gets back. Instead of Jalen, maybe. But man, like. Maybe not. Let's press pause on that for a second. But we got to talk Cam Spencer here, bro. Yeah, this guy went once again. He's 5th in the league in 3-point shooting. He's played 29 minutes, 17 points, 7 of 11 from the field, 3 of 5 from the 3-point line, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, only 2 turnovers, and 1 steal. My gosh, he is just a ball player, bro. Bro, he's so good. I just want to know, when I come to Memphis and I go to the home game and I go to the Memphis shop, the store shop, I just want to know, do they sell the white tees next to his jersey as well, or do I need to bring my own white tee?
No, you get those. No, I guarantee you he gets those at the Dollar General. Do you know what
we should start Cam white tees?
Yes, we should absolutely do that. But what a phenomenal game for the young man. Like, I am just so impressed by what we've seen out of him. Like, I came into this year thinking he was just a ancillary into the bench, not going to see many like crunch time, no minutes really. And he has made himself a guy that he's inevitable. There's nothing you can do when all your guys get back. Cam Spencer has to be on the floor.
Right place, right time kind of player. Best thing about him, he hits shots. I totally agree with the comment section, whoever said it, about he looks a lot better on defense.
Yes.
I think Nathan. Yep. 100% I agree with that. I mean, my highest expectation for Cam going into this year was going to be like, I hate to say, not even, because I was going to say a bit more like a spot-up shooter, a bit more like Kennard, even though they did try to run Kennard at point guard for a little bit there. But he looks miles better. He looks, you can't help but watch him and just go, man, like, between him and Edey, they really do feel like a bit of heart and soul of the team.
Yeah, yeah, no, I love it. The fact that you talk about heart and soul, and it's not even necessarily anything other than the fact that when he comes out, he just balls out. Like, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, which you think especially at the size. There are times, like, I think it was the first Clippers game of the year? I'm trying to remember early on when Ja went out for the suspension game when he was out. I can't remember which game it was. Cam started, I think, at the point guard role, and they just AAU
the Toronto game.
Toronto game. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, they just basically said, we're going to turn this up like an AAU basketball game of full court press Cam Spencer the entire time, and he struggled. He struggled in that. But since that game, he has been lights out, leading the offense when he's out there. The only thing I would say is, bro, you've got to stop throwing lob passes at Jock Landale. Like, it just ain't gonna work. Like,
I think we covered that last time.
Yeah,
he's not jumping over a biscuit tin lid like at all, Jock. I mean, look, I'll just briefly on Jock. No one really wants me to talk about Jock for 5 minutes, but budgie smugglers still on a bit too tight. Maybe we need to loosen the cord up a little bit on those. Probably needs a spoonful of Vegemite to kick him back into gear. Energizing.
Yeah, is that what it is? Do you think he's missing Australia a little bit?
Man, I don't know.
We need to send a care package to your boy Jock Landale. Yes. I'll make sure he gets it so he can get a little slice of home. Because I'm telling you, he still listen. Jock does well for what he does. But there was, I think I texted you or one of the group chats. I was like, man, they worked really hard for this possession, and it ended with a Jock Landale air ball from 5 feet away from the rim. Like, that was rough, bro. Like, that was not good.
I was going to say, between him though and even Edey, I just think they need to get a little bit deeper in the paint before those passes are thrown in. But I mean, look, Jock is what he is. Let's not talk about Jock anymore.
Yeah, we're done. We're done talking about Jock. All right. I've been highlighting some posts, some Jaren Jackson Jr. posts. I want to hear from you, though, first. If you put on the coaching hat for a second, how would you get Jaren Jackson Jr. more high-quality shots?
Me?
Yes.
I really like what we saw when he was playing downhill. I think I said that in the last time I was on. I don't know why we've gone away from that. I don't really want to see Jaren post up because he's not that guy. Like, he's really not that guy. I don't mind him leaking out for a three, but what I really love is, I mean, what big can step in front of the unicorn when he's running downhill? There's not many, and he's so long, and he's great with like both hands around the rim. He's got a nice little floater. I just think we've got to get back to that. Yeah. It's not even about plays with him. Like, he can do it. We've seen him do it before. It's just about him staying aggressive. I want to see a bit of monster. Those 2 dunks against Sacramento in the paint. Give me more of that.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Someone just like put some coffee, some concrete in his morning coffee so he can harden the hell up.
Yeah.
And just do what we all know he can do. But this is the problem with the unicorn. Do you know what I mean? The inconsistency, the in and out. I mean, again, like we're year 7, year 8 with Jared. Like, I just feel like a little bit like he'll be an easy scapegoat rather.
Right.
And I don't know about Jared. He needs to figure it out. But if, for the most part, I think the coach has done a really good job unlocking the bench. For the most part, I think he's done a really good job with turning Santi really consistent. So I do kind of feel like if anyone can unlock our unicorn, it might just be this coach.
Yep, I agree. And I think one of the things that I've noticed, and Memant says this, he says one-on-one Jaren is okay in the post. I agree with that. You saw it in the fourth quarter tonight. There was one thing that he did in the post in the fourth quarter that he wasn't doing early on in the game, and that he doesn't do quite a bit. Somebody must have pulled him aside on the bench and said, Jaren, you are 7 foot tall. Yeah. When you get the ball, keep it up here. Don't bring it down here to your waist. Don't bring it down here to your knees. Don't bring it even to your belly. Bring it up, keep it up here, because automatically as 7 foot, your wings go out and you just get big, right? And you saw that he was being guarded one-on-one in the post by Kawhi Leonard, which Kawhi Leonard's a great defender, but that's pretty disrespectful. If I'm Jaren Jackson Jr. and I'm in the post and you're guarding me with a 6'7" guard or wing and thinking, even though it's Kawhi Leonard, I'm going, bro, I'm about to eat right now. And that's what he did in the fourth. And it was just one simple thing. He kept the ball up.
Yeah, I mean, there was a play there where he had Harden on him.
Yeah.
And he went for a cross-the-lane hook. And it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Go to the rim.
Yeah.
Harden's pretty lazy on defense as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Hilarious. That's hilarious. I get nervous about him being being on the wing trying to dribble too much, because he has shown himself to be kind of a one dribble, like one move guy, right? Like where he has that kind of like that cross to the middle of the paint with his left.
Fake crossover, spin in the lane.
Yeah. Like
finger roll.
And a lot of teams know if you crash down on that help, if you just like crash on that help and just on his dribble side, on his dribble hand side, if you just stay there, he's probably gonna throw it right into your arms. Like he's probably just gonna dribble it right to you. I like short burst movements with him. I like at the free throw line, throwing the ball, one dribble up or one dribble to Edey at the paint or at the rim. I like those kinds of plays. Like what I've seen with Jaren is people have said in the comment section that he struggles if he gets double teamed passing the ball out of the double team. The only person that I've seen him really be good with that is when Zach Edey's on the floor. He tends to really look for Zach to once he gets doubled, he just kind of throws it to the rim.
I thought over the past 6 games, again, like let's take out that Spurs game. I think like over the last sort of 6 games, I thought he had was starting to develop a pretty good chemistry with Edey, and they're starting to feed off each other a bit and
100%.
learn how to work the space of each other. And I thought like that really played into Jaren having these great force,
Right.
He's lost his dribble quite a bit. Yes, he has. I think sometimes he gets the ball, gets confused, and like sometimes it's just like he's scared of his own shadow or something. He's freaks out and turnover leads to a 3.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. Like I think that him and Edey have a real connection. I think they have a real connection, and I think the more they play with each other, the better it's going to be. I think Zach opens up so much. BCM has been a love fest for Zach Edey this entire last couple of weeks. So we all know how we feel about Zach. He had a pedestrian 10-9 tonight. Right?
Yeah, I was going to say we should talk about him because we praise him when he plays well, and I think everyone, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to temper expectations when he's putting up the numbers that he did. Do you know what I mean? Because they were impressive, and he should be praised for it because we want to see more of it. But also, it's so hard. Like, you don't want to get too high or too low with this team right now. Till things are a bit more in swing. But I mean, he didn't have a great game, and his matchup today, is a good center. He's given us trouble in the past. I mean, he won the matchup last time, but it's not always going to swing that way. The numbers don't always go that way. It's still basketball. You still could put the ball in the hoop.
Right. So
there's always that side of chance. But I mean, I don't know. I felt like maybe we should have went to Edey a bit more. I just felt tonight he was creeping too far out in the paint, and he should stay nice and deep.
Right. Yeah. No. Right. I agree with that. Here's my thing, though. When I think about impact, obviously we look at the box score and we say, okay, what kind of impact did Zach Edey have tonight? 10 points, 9 rebounds. It's not 30, 32, and 25 like he had the other night. But Zach Edey's presence and what he does has almost as much of an impact as when he puts the ball into the basket. Like, he is so impactful just because he's out there, right? Like, you have to. Zubac was in hell trying to guard him tonight.
Like I said at the start of the show, there was definitely plays where he just gave up. Like, it was just a bit too much. And I don't mean like that Zubac crushed him and that's the reason why Edey had a bad game. I'm just saying, Zubac is also not like a walkover. in the league. Do you know what I mean? So like Zach really like struggled tonight and had to fight for everything he got. I do feel like we probably should have went to him a bit more tonight.
Yeah.
You know, and try feed to him. I just felt like a couple of times there he was just creeping a bit too far out of his comfort zone. And you want those, you know what was that Santi skyhook tonight? Like, I want to see, you know, like, that drove me mad. That drove me actually mad. Like, I actually screamed. Like, but I want to see Edey, you know, about that distance. Do you know what I mean? Because he's long, he's tall. Like, he's the trees. He's the tree leaves.
I mean, like, we can sit here and have the conversation about, like, he had 10 points and 9 rebounds, and someone in the comment section said this also. Zubac had 3 rebounds tonight, bro.
Yeah, I
mean, let's not forget, just last season, Zach Edey, when he would go up against Zubac last year, the Clippers beat them 3 times in a row last year, and a lot of it was because of what Zubac did to him. The Edey has totally flipped that on its head at this point. He only had 10 points, 9 rebounds, but he absolutely dominated the Zubac matchup. He dominated it. And on defense, like, he was switching out on Kawhi. He switched out on James Harden. He closed out. He closed out on Kawhi in the corner. He blocked Kawhi at the rim. He just does so much out there. He is a game changer just because of his presence, bro.
Yeah. Oh, that dunk. Oh my God. Like, you watch the replay, Seth goes up kind of with his eyes closed, like, and Edey's over the top blocking it. I was super impressed with that closeout block 3 on Kawhi because
he didn't foul him.
He did it he turned his body.
Yes.
Imagine how hard that is for a dude who has like skateboards for bloody feet. Like, they're so long, bro. Like, I was like, what an awesome move. What a great decision. Like, just those head smarts. Like, like, it's hard not to love Edey. Like, he's just such a character as well.
Just so talented. Any other? I want to know if there's any other things. I know we got King Grizzly in here. Jaren's a fraud, so there's no point. I think he said somewhere up here. There's a lot of comments coming through, so I'm trying to star him as much as possible. But he basically said there it is. He doesn't deserve more shots.
It's like hard to argue the minutes thing with Jaren for me personally, you know, especially at the moment. Like, if he needs all his minutes in the fourth to be a beast, let's just do that. Like, let's just do that. Then we don't have to worry about fouls. Like, I'm obviously kidding. I want him to figure it out. Like, I'm a Grizzlies fan. Like, you know, he's. I mean, it's just I always with Jaren, he's just always been a unicorn. So you're only going to get unicorn plays out of him. But let's unlock him. I do have one question.
Yes.
Did Ja actually capture and skin an actual grizzly bear? His coat tonight? What's with that? Like, for me, it's like today we have a top of 39 here, 39 degrees, which I think is. But you guys are in Fahrenheit, right?
Yeah, we're Fahrenheit, brother. We're not whatever Celsius you guys are.
102. That's like 102 over there.
Right.
So it's like what? But I'm like, is it hot over there? Is it cold? Like, what? Did he trek through the snow? Did he?
It's freaking cold outside right now. It is cold. You're in the dead of summer right now, aren't you?
It's pretty hot, bro. It's pretty hot.
Oh, come on, Joel. I'm not even putting that comment up on the screen. That's messed up.
He had his finger guns.
That's so messed up. He killed him with a grenade, bro. Block out the noise.
He went. The bear went.
Oh, you're crazy, Joel.
I might have got another suspension then.
Yeah, that's the suspension. Yeah. Somebody asked, and I gotta find it. There's so many comments coming through. Where is it? There it is. Bayou Sniper says you have to talk about Edey not closing the game for 4 minutes. I don't know. Listen, I would love. I'm sure somebody's gonna ask Isolo if they had lost that game, that'd be a major talking point, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if they had lost that game in the final 4 minutes, that would have been a major talking point. But he did come in. I mean, he was playing at the beginning of the fourth until probably like, I think he played all the way until 5 or 4 minutes left in the game. And then they brought Jock in, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get the Jock substitution.
Yeah,
you know, like he wasn't playing great. I just think he was just. It's gonna be funny to say. I just think he was riding the momentum of who was on the court. I just feel like you had Coward making plays, you had Wells making plays.
yeah.
Like guys were just in a bit of a groove. And I mean, question all you want, we got the W.
Yeah, and Bayou comes back and says, if it happens against a good team, you lose. I agree, which is probably why you won't see it happen against good teams, right?
Yeah.
Like I think the game was still in the balance, but it was very clear that the win or the loss in this game was not going to come necessarily from what Zach Edey was doing. It was coming from what Jalen, even Jaren in the fourth quarter, what they were doing. I don't have an issue. I don't really have an issue. I think Isolo coaching off field. Nathan comes in and he says from the post game, he mentioned how long it took to get Landale in, how well Landale Jackson played in the final minutes, and he added that Edey is still on a minute recommendation. Oh my gosh. I want that last part deleted from life.
I'm just worried about that when Jar comes back as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be super annoying, and it's going to stand out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. I mean, I do like that he said recommendation and not restriction, right? Like a minute.
It's funny as well. Like I was saying today, our coach is very IKEA. He's very IKEA, very cool, calm, collected, very, very compact. He's very IKEA. Yeah. I was so surprised he got it teed up today.
Did you see what he was saying? I would love to know what he said. I read his lips on a couple of.
He's finished, right?
He's finished. He was very proper, even with his screaming at the refs. How is that possible? That's what he kept saying. How is that possible? How is that possible? How is that possible? I love that he got the tech because it was a dumb foul call. I mean, it was a dumb no call. Like Jalen got crushed on that screen by Zubac.
Look, I just want to put this out there for one day, hopefully a long time down the road.
Yeah.
And coaches are looking at, coming to Memphis and they want to win the crowd over. All you need to do is get teched up or fight somebody.
Just get teched up.
People will love you.
Especially. Here's what I would do. If I'm consulting with T.I. and we're sitting in his office and he's got the Golden State Warriors coming in to Memphis, I would say just get teed up on something to do with Draymond Green. And Memphis fans will love you for life.
Just walk to the other side and just Ty Lue, and we would love you. Punch the other coach. I'm not saying it's going to fix anything. You probably a suspension, but everyone in Memphis has your back.
Yes, we get it. We get it. It's all good. If you need to get teed up, just punch somebody. Whatever, just do it. It's fine. Especially if it's Draymond, or I know he's not in the league anymore, but Chris Paul, whoever it is.
I mean, look, Jenkins, it was time to go, but when he jumped on that court and played defense against LA, I was like, man, more props to you, brother. Shout out. All right, we're about to close this thing down. If you got any more questions for Wayno, ask an Aussie, hashtag ask an Aussie. Anything else, Wayno? Any other thoughts you have about this game? I just sort of think that I know, it's easy to compare seasons to seasons, especially with hindsight. But I just sort of think that everything for me has started again since that Boston game, because I feel like that really did cause a stir and cause a shift with this team. Last year, you can say what you want about the competition we've been playing, and I agree. I want to see this team beat good teams. But I also saw our team last season lose to some pretty shit teams as well. Yes. What I do like is I feel like, especially when it comes down to the fourth, we're showing a lot more poise. Yes. And we're kind of showing a little bit of a knack of figuring it out in the fourth. I would love blowouts every single game. I mean, bring in Sacramento, roll in Sacramento. 82-game season against Sacramento. Let's do it. But I do feel like we're getting a bit of resilience. As I said on the show, before, having players that are resilient is much better than having dogs. Yes, I agree. I liked your dog painting, by the way.
The Zach Kleiman dog painting.
Oh.
I agree. Willie Nanny says we got to talk about Edey diving on the floor and getting the jump ball. No other big man in the league would do that. Minutes restrictions, my ass. Yes. Listen,
yeah, man. Like hard.
Did you even see the play, the 3-on-1 fast break where Edey filled the lane on the with Cedric Coward, and it was so funny. Everybody in the gym, the Clippers players that were back, every one of them were like, all right, Cedric's about to drop the ball off to the 7'5" behemoth, and he's going to yam it. And so they started kind of like backing off, and Cedric was like, to the rim, right? Just even running the floor like that, diving on the loose balls, closing out on Kawhi Leonard. Just so many heady basketball plays that make such a difference in a game. It's not just about how many rebounds he gets and how many shots he makes. It's about all the little things that he does to impact winning. It's huge.
We want to see you care. We want to see effort. I saw this like a few weeks ago with I can't remember who we played, but it was Dark Chocolate. He got smashed. Everyone was standing back. Vince, by the way, Vince Williams, Dark
Chocolate.
Darkness. He got smashed, and everyone was standing back, and Edey sprinted up the floor to help him up. And I was like, there's a guy who just gives a shit.
Yeah.
You know, like the play had stopped, but he sprinted up the court to help pick him up, help pick his guy up. And I was like, that effort, like, is just nature to him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's something like, again, like going back to like guys who have a nose for the ball, guys who are just fighters. And that's what we need more on this team, more fighters.
And it's stunning to me that he has played basketball for 7 years total, that he's 23 years old, maybe 25 years old, or 24, whatever he is, 24, 25 years old, and has still not even come close to hitting his prime athletically, his prime basketball. Like he is going to be, I think about what he does now and I go, man, just wait for 2 more years. Wait for 3 more years.
Like in college, I think I might have even said this before, like in college, like all the question marks we throw in at Edey last year, this year, are all the same things he had to overcome and did, and was player of the year twice. So he has the blueprint to be good. As far as the whole argument of like, you know, him getting played out of the playoffs and that being like, we haven't been to the playoffs for quite some time. Can we worry about that when that actually happens?
We were there last year, Wayno.
Playing doesn't count. It's not real.
They lost 4
championship.
They've been there.
But you know what I mean? It's like, you know what? Let's. Who knows where Edey is by then?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh my gosh. What I would say to that is, okay, you might be able to pick and roll, like you might be able to switch him and get him in a switch, and he's still shown. He blocked De'Aaron Fox at the rim against Sacramento the other day. He blocked Kawhi today. He's shown an ability to move his feet really, really well. You also have to guard him.
You have to account for him. Yes.
You
make him the focal point and dump the ball into him.
Yeah.
They still have to do something.
Yeah. He's not just it's not like he's going to be like, I'm just going to play defense and then I'm going to go stand in a corner like Taylor Jenkins had him last year. You have to guard Zach Edey. Good luck with that.
This all came about, though, in my opinion, with Steven Adams, because Steven Adams got played. Was it the Minnesota series got played off, or the Golden State one? I can't quite remember. His minutes dropped anyway, but
it was definitely. I think it was the Golden State series that he didn't play in, and I think it was the Minnesota one that he did play in. I might be wrong.
Right. So I just my biggest thing, like I like Steven Adams. He's great. I've always loved him since he came in the league. He has a very similar New Zealanders and Aussies, very similar sense of humor.
I thought there was conflict between them.
Well, there is. So for you guys, it's more like US and Canada, right? So that's the same vibe. Like you tolerate each other, you know. But
okay.
Like, when the country colors are on, different ball game. And you don't mind pulling the piss. So
yeah.
But I just thought when Adams left, I was like, I got sick of. He got played off the court because he doesn't have a jump shot, and he couldn't hit free throws. I would be at home in the playoffs ducking when he shot his free throws because it looked like pole vault or something. Like, what are we doing? So I was like, when we get our next big, I want him to be able to run. I want him to shoot a free throw and have a mid-range game. Yeah. And we've got that in spades with Edey. So I think just the whole argument of he's going to get played off the court in playoffs, I think it's PTSD from, the elements of Steven Adams' game that he doesn't quite have.
Right.
And we won't have those same problems.
Yeah. Zach Edey's a better offensive player than Steven Adams has ever thought about being. 100%. Nathan Payson says, whoa, Grizzlies are only a game behind the Warriors now, and the Warriors are in the 8th seed. The Grizzlies are now in sole possession of the 9 seed. They are 10-13. Did you think that would happen after that Boston game?
Two things I thought with Warriors. You can't play Steph as much as you're playing him.
Right.
He, pushing major minutes so early in the season. I'm like, this team is a bit older now. Like, he doesn't have those same legs. They've been looking for ways in previous seasons to take pressure off him, and then they just do the opposite. That you've got Draymond out now, so I'm expecting them to drop even further, to be honest with you. I don't know
how many
problem with Kuminga is.
Yeah.
He's playing now out of necessity, but he was he just signed his freaking contract.
They don't want him there.
DMPs.
Yeah.
Getting DMP. They had like 3 DMPs in a row. So the Warriors, for all their hoo-ha and talk and they're former NBA champions, but you're only good as your last one. And they're trending down.
I'm gonna put it. I think it's on FanDuel. Y'all go check out FanDuel. I'm gonna go place this bet. I think we're under 5 games until Jimmy Butler all of a sudden decides that he doesn't want to be in Golden State anymore. Because he's gonna have to do what?
He's already made some pretty stark comments about this team and their effort and stuff like that. It's just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time. So I think. ETF Aspen says 500 record in no time. We said we went through. Anthony said we talked about it on his show. By January 1, can we be 500? They have some very winnable games in December. The December schedule looks really nice for them, to be honest with you. They have, I think, some built-in losses. I don't think they're beating Oklahoma City. I don't think anybody can beat Oklahoma City at this point. And there's a few other games that you're like, maybe that's a loss too. But I think that I think they could be 18 and what we say, I think 18-16 by January 1 is what I think.
Yeah. And you'll find we've copped all our injuries earlier in the season. I think you'll find the deeper we go into the year, it happens every year in the NBA. Guys are going to come down with injuries. There's going to be stuff like that alters the shape of a conference. It always happens. I've said from the start, I think we'll be back to 500 by Christmas. You'd be surprised how well a team can play above their ability with a bit of momentum. Yes. And I think what we're doing right now is building some really good momentum, like we touched on before. Even our ability to have a bit of poise in the fourth, something we can keep building on. We just need to win those other quarters, boys. What are we doing?
Yeah. Yep. Hey, listen, you ain't lying. All right. Anything else? Let me look. King Grizzly, we've kind of talked about the offensive system to kind of ad nauseum before. So I think we're just celebrating tonight's win. I don't think we tune in on Monday to the Daily Grind, $2 Sports Show, and Anthony Sain Show. We'll talk about the offensive system there. But that's a long conversation. Let me think. Oh, Lamar Jackson wants to know, is this the Lamar Jackson from the Baltimore Ravens?
Oh,
holy crap, dude. You got a game soon. Anyway, do you think the Grizzlies have a miracle chance to win at all? It's minus 1 to 1,000 odds. No, they're not going to win.
Lay a $20 bet down.
Yeah,
you spend $20 in a day on food. Just
lay a 10. Don't go get a Starbucks coffee and lay a bet on the Grizzlies winning at all. It's nothing.
Why not?
You might be able to buy a house. What the odds are right now. But man, just get to the playoffs, man. Get to the playoffs and we'll see what happens.
Let's just get there.
Leno, you're the man, dude. I appreciate you. I lit up the bat signal for you and you came, bro, and I so appreciate it. You're the man.
You threw the giant fruit bat in the air and I saw it from over here and I was like,
I said, put your bugly smugglers away and get in here. Let's go.
I took my spare set off and I jumped on.
There you go. Well, I appreciate you, brother. Hey, shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies, a 107-98 win against the LA Clippers tonight. Shout out to Ced, Cam, Jalen, and more so than anything else, shout out to Wayno. Y'all check out his Instagram, Wayno Paints. He has got so much fun stuff on there. That picture you see of our boy Drew, Uncle Buck, that'll be up there soon. He's got so many good ones. His artwork is so good. I tattooed it on my body. All right. So, man, shout out to you, dude. You are the man.
Hey, and if you have any suggestions, put it in the comments after the show.
Oh,
I'll be in the comments. I'll have a read through. You know, you guys will always find me in the comment section. So,
by the way, you're way too nice in those comment sections. Somebody said something real snarky about you in the comment section. You were like, "Oh, thank you for your input," and I'm like, "Man, shut the hell up!" Like,
thanks for checking out the show, brother.
Like, shut the hell up! Like,
water for ducks back.
You're much nicer than I am. I'm a curmudgeon, apparently. I don't like comedy and I don't like the 80s.
Man.
All right,
that's who hurt you.
Exactly.
It was 80s Madonna, I'm sure. 80s Madonna.
80s Madonna hurt me. She broke my heart. All right, we'll see y'all back here. Yeah. When is the next game? We didn't even talk about the next game. Hold on. Let me look at the schedule. Dadgummit. I'm sorry, y'all. We're trying to get out of here. Wayne won't leave me alone.
Sorry. That's what I do.
Who are they playing? I think they're playing the 7th against the Trailblazers at 5 o'clock. So on Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock. So we will see you back here on Sunday for the post-game bounce. It might be me. It could be Wayno. Probably not. But shout out to you guys. We'll see y'all back here on Sunday.